Welcome back to Bento Bureau, the show where we talk about Japan from an international perspective with a side dish of socio-political discussion. Well, the truth is that actually we haven't been doing much talking lately. But let me introduce you to the cast today. I'm Buzz, your host, as usual. And with me today are two lovely gentlemen, Mr. Long,
Hello.
a regular, used to be the audio guy, but now
Mm.
he's been talking, but
Mm.
none of us have been doing talking lately. Next is Lee, actually. Lee is a newcomer, actually. Yeah, but he's been behind the scenes quite a lot.
Hello.
Lee is our graphics designer.
I designed the poster.
What
Oh, wait,
poster?
wait. No, not poster. The Facebook cover. Which Facebook
Facebook.
cover?
Yes, now I remember.
Do we even have a Facebook cover? I don't
Yes,
remember.
yes. The one, no, the one with the faces. He
Ah.
made two versions. Yeah, that one's quite cute. We used it for like 5 minutes before Long changed it to a Christmas theme.
Thank you, Lee.
But anyway, point is, let's get to the subject. So we made this episode after a long hiatus. We always have we have a tendency to make a lot of hiatuses, don't we? But this is probably our longest hiatus of all time. And a lot of stuff has went down in the past few months. There's a reason why we've been gone out of action for so long. Bento Bureau is how long has it been now? It's almost like
Almost
2
2 years
years.
already.
Almost 2 years. And in the beginning, our goal as the Bento Bureau team was to represent diversity.
Mm-hmm.
We had people from all over the world, all continents. Like we had Bastian from Europe, we had Asians, we had me as the Arab. That was the point, and we wanted to
Right.
talk about Japan from an international perspective, right?
Right.
That was the first goal, and we had
Mhm.
Jawad as well from India.
Mm.
But basically, what happened was, I don't know why it happened, but basically we started focusing on guest speakers, right?
Mm.
And that was a winning formula.
Right.
We managed to invite guests whenever we could, maybe like once a month, and so far our portfolio consists of around 15 episodes.
15. I don't remember,
Around
It's
15
been so long.
episodes so far. I think 15 or 16.
Right.
Yeah, it's. I mean, for 2 years, you could say there's not that many episodes, but to be honest, that leads us to the problem with making Bento Bureau as university students. Bento Bureau is not just any podcast, It's not just any podcast where we sit down and talk about our thoughts and feelings.
Mm-hmm.
It really takes a lot of preparation and research because the things we're talking about, we realized early on that it takes a lot of knowledge to talk about the heavy subjects we tackle, like homelessness in Japan, education systems, these types of subjects. We don't want to give a wrong impression to the viewers. We want the viewers to go away and take something from the experience and learn something that's accurate, and we want to uphold a certain standard. And that takes a lot of effort, that takes a lot of research, which is why it took so long for us to basically assemble one episode. It takes research, it takes planning, like it takes finding a
Well, it
guest
takes years.
first of all. Not years. I mean, it takes days.
Always.
but-
It felt like years. How many years
But-
has it been?
yeah, there's quite a division of labor here. Like we had to really divide a lot of tasks. Balancing that with all the schoolwork and priorities we had as university students, it's not easy, and it's basically led us to a point to where we are right now,
Mm-hmm.
which is that we need to try and change the format of
A
the
bit.
podcast. Right now, our group, the team that Bento Bureau first comprised of, has really scattered. A lot of people have went their own ways. Bastian and Ichi are gone, as you may know,
Mm-hmm.
if you've been paying attention to the podcast. And also, Jess graduated recently,
Mm-hmm.
so he's gone. I mean, I don't know if he's gone or not. It wasn't really made clear, but basically, he's not around town at least.
No, he's back to
So-
his hometown, Hiratsuka,
Yeah.
Kanagawa.
So, it's just us, and Hazel's around too, but she was busy today. It's not really, we're not really who we once were. So, we came back this semester and we wanted to start, but the thing is just how do we start when the group is so broken down? Like, I felt that we had to really change things up. We need to really think about the future of the podcast.
Right.
And I wrote some notes down about how we're gonna change the podcast.
How about you
right?
read some of that?
Yeah, so I'll tell you. Well, the first thing is that we want to restructure and reformat the podcast, right? And the way we want to do it first, one of the points I wrote is that we want to adopt a more casual and digestible format. And that basically means that, Bento Bureau so far, it ranges from around 30 minutes minimum to around an hour, sometimes more.
Sometimes 1 hour. Yeah.
Sometimes more. And like that's really hard to prepare for. It takes a long time. And also our viewers, we're very aware that they don't have all the time in the world. People are busy nowadays, and that's got to change. We want to make more bite-sized content, something that's more easier to dip into. So, and then the second one is that like we want to become more comfortable doing the show so that we can produce stuff more frequently. You know what I'm saying? It's like the problem, like we were saying, is like the reason why we only made 15, 16 episodes or so is because it's so hard to make and it takes so much preparation. And you know what? We want to, like I was thinking, we should just start making something that the viewers can listen to and get to know us. When we talk about Japan from an international perspective, we haven't really done that. We haven't really done that much. We only did that like once or twice in the first few episodes.
We do talk about Japan, but
I mean, we talk about that, but not really from an international perspective.
like
we
a
talk about it from an
like
academic,
yes, from an academic
right?
perspective. Yeah.
And that's really, we want to change that. We want you guys, the people listening, to get to know us as people, right? And we want to start incorporating our own opinions into subjects more. And that requires something more casual, something that's easier for people to get into, something that's not so, like, the standard was high and we're very proud of what we did. But like we need to make this show more accessible.
Content wise, yeah, that's something we need to work on.
Yeah, I think that the past episodes have been too long, and honestly, I haven't probably listened to any of them. I probably listened for like 30-40 minutes.
Thank you.
30-40 minutes is 70% already.
Before I got bored and switched to Netflix.
I mean, to be honest, your opinion doesn't matter because you used to live with me. So you used to sit down and listen to the podcast anyway in person.
Whether
so
you like it
I
or
don't know.
not.
Whether you like it. So your opinion doesn't matter really. I'm sorry. But yeah, like, don't you think that it would be more interesting to make something more accessible for viewers? Like the thing is that we haven't really gotten a chance to get comfortable speaking. Like even now, we're not really speaking in the same way we would speak normally. We're trying to make this more viewer accessible, right? But we should get more comfortable on the mic, and that's something that's really hard to do when we're interviewing an expert or a professor. When we always get nervous. So we got to change that. We got to start talking to each other more and talking about what's going on around us.
Okay.
It's things that affect us. So brings me to the next point. We want to bring in the community. We have a big community around us in TIU and our university. We have people from all over. And we thought, like, why just limit it? The whole vision in the beginning is international perspective, diverse community, right?
Right.
Why limit it to just us?
Yes.
Now it's
And
just
even we are not even
diverse.
we're
We're not
not
even
that diverse.
international.
Half of us are Vietnamese. Hey.
yeah, it's me. I just feel kind of weird.
Oh, actually, it's not half anymore. It's 3
Maturity.
Vietnamese in the bus.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well just become Vietnamese at this point. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of Vietnamese people on campus. Great people. I love them. Yeah. That's why a lot of my friends are Vietnamese.
You don't have to lie about
No
that.
offense to the Vietnamese. Next point. The interesting point here I want to bring up. So, like, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the podcast scene, but it's kind of in a strange place right now. So I think we should, we migrated to SoundCloud, right? Which is a
SoundCloud,
cool platform. I like SoundCloud. But we should start making more video content. I think we should release video content simultaneously. So even though we're recording this only in audio,
Mm-hmm.
this is just going to be a short episode
Mm-hmm.
just to tell everyone what's our plans. But basically, from starting from the next episode or whatever, when we're able to prepare, we'll start recording every episode
Video
from video.
again.
Yeah. Well, I want to
Yeah.
start doing that
How long?
because people like to watch videos sometimes. And even if it's not in video, let's just publish it on YouTube sometime. But you know, our episode that included video was quite popular.
But we tried that
Yeah. So and we only did it once. So we should do it
once or
again.
twice.
So
And the
yours-
problem with our video was that
It's
our
pretty ugly.
episode is that okay.
Problem is
And,
I look ugly. I don't know about you guys.
and
So you
the
station-
duration of the video was a bit long for
You're
just
right.
to
You're
consume.
right.
50 minutes of video is really hard to consume.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
So-
If it was shorter, if we
Right.
limit it to
Yeah,
like
like
20 minutes,
20
Or
not
10
even
minutes.
20, 10 minutes.
10,
I would
20
say
minutes?
10 minutes around the
Yeah.
video that I would sit down and watch. Although, if
I mean,
it's longer,
what does the audience think? Maybe we can ask the audience. Like, what do you guys feel like? Like, what's your limit? Like, based on your viewing habits, what do you think? Like, do you watch stuff that's like usually
like, from my
ranges
personal
10%.
experience,
Yeah.
every time I sit down and eat my dinner,
Mm.
I would open YouTube and watch a video while I eat. And that video is usually 7 to 10 minutes,
Yeah.
sometimes more. And I think that range is the perfect
What
for
about you,
a
Lee?
casual content.
Same.
Same?
Yeah.
Yeah, from 5 to
I
10
mean, yeah.
minutes.
Not
I,
5. 5 is a bit short. I would say 7 to 15. So that range.
right,
yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of weird because I watch longer videos.
Documentary
yeah,
kind
so
of stuff.
Yeah, I watch like discussion videos
Oh.
range around 30 minutes. So I guess it just depends on the person. But yeah, that's why we're asking the viewers. That would be interesting just to try and gauge like what kind of thing you're interested in. If you're like, just let us know like what do you think is a good format? You know, we'd appreciate your feedback. Maybe write it down in the comments or something. Point is, we're proud of our content so far, and we don't want that legacy to end. So
Absolutely
we're
not.
not saying that we're going to stop having guests on the show. We're not saying we're going to stop having these episodes where you're going to get some insight from a person who's done a lot of research, from an author, from a professor, from an expert, whatever it may be. You know, we want to continue that. But the thing is that we're going to make that way less often than usual. That's not going to be the main focus of the podcast. We're going to go back to our roots and we're just going to start talking to each other. We want to start talking as human beings because you guys are human beings too. So you should get to know us. We have a lot of colorful personalities. And you know, I'm sure, you know, if you listen to us sometime, you'll enjoy it. So we want to give that a shot. And that's pretty much all I have to say. What do you guys think?
I'm looking forward to start working on Bento Bureau again. It's
Yeah.
been a very long hiatus. Even though we are kind of busy this semester, especially because I start working. I have a part-time job now, and there are the side projects that I have to do as well. So I'm glad that we start picking up the pace again and start producing more content. Also, really interested in bringing more of the guys around town to the episode. Our conversation in real life is really funny. It's really weird, really funny, and full
Gotta
of
tone
memes.
down the
Full of memes.
vulgarness though.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we're starting again, and I'm sure that once we start producing more episodes and start having more conversation with our friends, it's gonna be a blast, not just for us but for the listener as well.
What about you, Lee?
Yeah, I think so too.
What do you mean you think so too?
Come on, elaborate, bro. Tell me about your thoughts.
I just want to talk.
Okay, now's your chance to talk.
Here's your
Yes,
chance.
I am
I'll
talking.
give you 2 minutes to talk about something.
Yeah, I just want to go back and play Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, you've been playing Xenoblade 2.
Yeah.
That's a game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna wrap this episode up.
Oh wait, that's it? I thought we were going to talk more.
I mean, I don't know. Let's not start with Xenoblade 2. That's kind of a niche subject, don't you think?
Yeah,
Fine.
we can talk about Xenoblade 2 maybe on the next episode.
Let's just keep this one short. You know, we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
want to keep this as an announcement
All right.
episode, and that's all. But next time we'll start talking about stuff, you know,
Okay.
casually. Anyway, thanks very much for listening. And for those of you who have stuck with us from the very beginning, you don't know how much it means to us.
Mhm.
We try our best to keep this podcast going, but it's been hard lately. We're sorry. We're sorry if you've been looking forward to episodes. We're gonna try our best. Our vision for the podcast is to make it big and to keep it going for years to come.
Mhm.
Even though I'm graduating soon, even though you guys graduating someday, we're all gonna go our separate ways. We want to keep in touch. We
Yep.
want to keep Bento Bureau going. And without you guys, without you, the listeners, it won't be possible. So any support you give us is of the utmost importance to us. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
And
you.
see you next episode.
See
Next
you guys.
episode, I'll tell you about how I got an eraser in my
Hey.
nose.
Okay. Yeah. That was
Alright.
close. See you guys around.
How long?